something Americans really love in the summertime or anytime when we're camping is to make s'mores, for which you need a campfire. I don't have a campfire right now, but I do have the supplies for s'mores, so I'm going to attempt to make s'mores in my Japanese kitchen. So what you need for this first is some chocolate. I do have American Hershey's chocolate here, but anything you have is fine. Milk chocolate is probably best, but dark would work as well. And graham crackers. Now these are, again, American brand honey-made graham crackers. If you can find anything that will work, and I'm not actually sure what a Japanese equivalent of this would be. You could probably use a cookie if you really needed to make s'mores. And then some marshmallows, which I don't think you can really substitute marshmallows for. These are really nice because they're flat, which will make them, sorry, I don't know if you can see, but they're stackable marshmallows. If you can't get your hands on stackable ones, I would recommend, for what we're gonna do, to take regular marshmallows and then cut them down so they're a thinner size, because we're gonna grill them. And if you have a fat one, it's probably just going to burn. First off, what we're going to do is take our chocolate and melt it into this small bowl. I'm just gonna use the microwave, but if you don't have a microwave or you prefer to do it the actual fashion, you can take it and just melt it on the stovetop over a bain-marie, which is just when you have hot water, and then put a what's that called? Melt proof? Yeah, you have a pot, and then you have heat resistant, that's the one, not melt proof. A pot of boiling water, just thin bit in the bottom, and then over that, so the pot is not touching the boiling water, you have a heat resistant bowl that you're gonna put your chocolate in and just melt it slowly. But we're just gonna do the microwave. Do this in 30-second bursts, because chocolate, you can't tell when it's melting, so you're likely to burn it if you do it all at once too quickly. So just 30-second bursts, and then you can see if it's melting. Just give it a little stir, and you'll have melted chocolate. Alright, so now that you've got your chocolate all nice and melted, you're going to break your graham crackers in half. So I've already broken some of them up. And take that, and then just kind of dunk it as delicate as you can. This is going to be a bit messy, so if you want to either dunk it or maybe take your spoon and just kind of pour and smear some over. And try and cover it as, get kind of, you know, however much you want in there, but make sure there's at least a millimeter or two of chocolate on there to have a nice chocolatey bit of your s'more. And take that, put that there on some nice, what's this, kitchen paper? It's called kitchen paper in Japanese. What's it in English?
Baking paper?
Parchment paper is what we call it.
Okay, because in German you call it Backpapier, which would be baking paper.
Okay, so that's what it is in German for all you German viewers. In English you could either use parchment paper or wax paper or cooking paper if you're in Japan. And then just keep taking that and repeat for all of them. We're basically doing kind of a fondue version of these s'mores. So then what we're gonna do after this though is take them, and then once you've got everything all filled up, you're gonna just pop these in the fridge so that the chocolate can harden. I'm only gonna make 6 because 1/2 of this will make 1 cookie. So each of these is gonna make 1 cookie. So I've got enough for 6 s'mores here. So with the extra bit of chocolate that I have, I'm just covering the extra graham crackers or cookies or whatever just to make chocolate covered graham crackers, which is another really tasty treat that you can have. Something I forgot to mention to you, sorry, with my chocolate covered fingers, is that you're gonna wanna save out an equal number of, make sure you have enough halves left over so you can top your cookies. So we have like the bottom half of our cookies here, we're going to need then 6 more halves to cover the top bit later. So make sure you don't get too crazy with covering the rest in chocolate. Alright, so we have taken out our chocolate covered graham cracker halves, which you may find here. And they're all nice and hardened. The chocolate's all nice and set here. They've been in the fridge for...
Too long?
For a bit now. I think those are in here for about 2 hours, but you probably only need about a half an hour to set them. Over here, if you'll come this way, the Japanese stovetops have this kind of grill function here. So this is the grill bit, and I've got it turned on high. So open up in here, you can see it's quite nice and toasty in there. It's really hot. This should imitate the heat of a fire and get our marshmallows nice and toasty golden brown so that we can make some s'mores. So we've got these out, and then we're gonna take these uncovered halves, which I've just broken the 3 extra ones that we had, into half. You take 2 of these marshmallows and just place them here. They're a bit sticky, that's all right. So take whatever tickles your fancy. I'm gonna do 2 on each of ours and just make 2 for now. So just place them there. If you've got rounded ones, just cut them in half and put them next to each other. And that should also work just exactly the same way. And then we're gonna pop these over here into our grill. And just set them, you can just set them, if you have something to put on here, you can do that as well, which would probably be a better idea. But you can just pop them there, and then shut that, and watch, you can watch it through here. So just try and watch it. It's starting to
Whoa, whoa.
Perfect. So what you want to do then is take a spatula, because they're going to be very hot. Our spatula is dirty, so we're going to use this. Or we're going to use this because that would be better. Take this, scoop this out, or take, so then take your chocolate covered bit.
Okay.
Place it on top. Sorry. And then just scoop that out. There. Be careful because it's going to be really hot. And the marshmallow is going to be oozing everywhere. So then you have a nice hot toasty s'more made in your Japanese oven. Let's see what she says. Careful, it might be a bit hot.
It's so much.
Lovely. So that is how you make a s'more in a Japanese oven. I hope you try it. If you do, let me know. And yeah, happy s'moring. S'moring? Is that be a verb?
Yeah, it is.
Enjoy your s'mores. No. Thanks for watching. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Bye. Really professional about this. Japanese kitchen, American campfire s'mores. I'm gonna need to find a shorter name for that. Just try and get everything in there. If you have a few bits left over and you need to snack on them, that's also totally fine.